Hello YouTube and welcome back to my channel. I am docLUXURY and I'm here with another video, and this time I'm going to be comparing my Chanel single flap French Riviera to my Chanel vintage single flap Caviar Jumbo. Okay, so I've just been doing video after video after video like today, so that's why I am in the same orange shirt. So yeah, I do change my shirt, but I've been trying to do as many videos as I can since I do have some time free to be able to do them. And for this video I thought it'd be a good one to be able to compare this bag right here, which is my, like I said, my French Riviera, and this is in the larger size, which is comparable to the jumbo, and so I wanted to do that comparison. Now I don't have a current classic jumbo, and so I can't do that comparison, but I remember I was in the Chanel store and they brought out a you know, classic jumbo, and I put this next to it, and they were pretty much the same size. But what I do have to compare with this bag is this recently acquired bag that I got from Sabina, and I will put her information down below. I've been mentioning her name every time I, you know, put up a bag or show a bag that I have purchased from her. So this is a Chanel vintage. I'm not sure what year this was made, but it is a 4 series, I believe. And yeah, so they do no longer make this bag. And yeah, so one thing I wanted to compare was the size. So for this one, it is 12 inches across, 8 inches high, and 3 inches in depth, and you could squish it so it does get you know, smaller if you wanted to stuff it in a suitcase or something like that. Alright, and so this bag is, so it has the same dimensions. Length is 12 inches, 8 inches high. With this flap going over a little bit, it does get a little higher, but I did measure it from the top of the actual bag, or you know, top of the, where, I don't know what you call this, but where this, not the flap, but this part here. The main differences between these two bags, I would say, is that this, just the classic jumbo, just like the current jumbo, has the Mona Lisa smile pocket on the back. The French Riviera, there is no pocket on the back, but there is a pocket in the front here, which is a little less convenient than that Mona Lisa pocket, just because every time you want to get access to this pocket, you have to undo the clasp in order to open the bag and get into that pocket. Oh, I also have the measurements for the strap drop. For this one, I'm not going to undo it, just because there is, you know, all this going on in there to let me be able to use this as a briefcase, or like a little briefcase like that. So I'm not going to take that, you know, stuff out. But I do have this bag right here, which is pretty much the same bag in the cream color, where I did do the measurements, and let me just share with you those measurements here. So the double strap drop is 9 inches. When I put all the chain on one length, it comes out to 16 inches. Let me put this over here. I have so many bags like just around here so I could do all these videos. But so this bag, the double strap drop, let me take all the chain out. So this strap drop is 13 inches, and for the single chain it comes out to 25 inches. And so I am able to wear this more crossbody. The French Riviera I am not. Smaller people could be able to use the French Riviera as a crossbody. I know the bag that I got my mom, she's able to use it as a crossbody. But yeah, so both of the bags are in the caviar leather. They're both pretty shiny, I would say. The diamonds on the Riviera are a little bit bigger compared to the classic jumbo. I would say that the Riviera is less structured compared to the Riviera. I mean, compared to the jumbo, that is. As you can see, this is more boxy, more structured, less mushy. And the Riviera is, you know, quite mushy. You could, like I said, pack this into a suitcase and have it collapse. I have it stuffed right now, so it's not gonna collapse. But yeah, so that's that. The metal hardware, this one is in that gunmetal color, so it's a darker color than the silver. And the hardware on here, the chains are a lot thinner compared to the classic or the vintage jumbos. So you can see the difference in the chain. These chains on this classic vintage jumbo are freaking heavy. I can tell you that the bag itself is not that heavy, but when you put the chain in here, that's what gives the bag most of its weight. And so these vintage jumbos, every time I say classic I want to say vintage. These vintage jumbos are 24 karat gold, and that is just plated. Currently I think the coating on the gold hardware for the Chanels are just a gold colored paint, but this is actually a gold 24 karat gold alloy. And so the gold will be more shiny, and it'll be less likely to scratch and tarnish. What else could I say about this bag? So let me open it up for you so you can see the inside. So I have it stuffed, but the inside is black, and this bag is all leather. The only part that is not leather is there is a zip pocket in the back here, and it is lined in a fabric material. But then the flat pocket here, which is right in front of that zipper pocket, is lined in leather. Let me take the Riviera out and I'll unstuff it. The Riviera looks like that on the inside. It is lined in a fabric, as well as, so there is a zipper pocket in here that is also fabric. So, and this pocket is lined in fabric also. So the Riviera is a very nice bag. I know the most recent retail cost of the French Riviera. If you could find one, I know these are really hard to find, and I don't even know if they really make them as much anymore. But the jumbo or the large size of this bag, if you could find one in the boutique, retails for $3,600. And the smaller size, which is, and I actually have one, this red one, in the stores, this is the smaller size. This one retails for $3,200. And so if you could find one, that is the current costs of them. And the current cost for a classic jumbo, now these aren't being made anymore, but the current jumbos on the market are $5,500, and this is cost in US dollars now. It is, I believe, a little cheaper in other countries, but in the United States this is $5,500 for the jumbo. So if you don't want to spend $5,500 on a handbag, I think this one right here, but you want to still have a Chanel bag, I think the French Riviera is a great bag to have because, you know, not everybody has $5,500. Let's say $6,000 with tax laying around. But I mean, a lot of people don't have, you know, the price that it takes to purchase this guy either. But I'm just saying it's at a lower price point that is more affordable for those of you that want, you know, the jumbo look without the jumbo price tag. What else did I want to say? Oh, so another thing about this bag in particular, the French Riviera, and this is the reason why I have this contraption in here, is so that it retains its structure. Like I said, it's very mushy, and so if I were to use this as a little briefcase and use this as a top handle, the middle here of the bag would start to slouch and it would lose its structure, and over time the leather would start wrinkling. And so I devised this contraption so that it retains its structure. And I say that, and I'm going to use this, the red one here, as an example. You can see that the bag just collapses if there's any pressure put down in the middle here. And this one is just stuffed with air paper, but if I were to have more stuff in there, it would create a dent like that, which does not look good. And so yeah, with the current jumbos as well as these vintage jumbos, there is more structure. There's, you know, something in there that retains its structure. So yeah, you don't have to do that with this bag in particular. Oh, so another thing that I wanted to share that's different between these two bags. So vintage bags, the grommets are like this, whereas on the Riviera as well as other bags, the grommets are like this. So they're going like this as opposed to that. And you'll see this design on the current jumbos and maxis and other flat bags as well, aside from the minis or the boy bags, that is. Another difference is the size of the hardware. You can see this one is pretty big. I mean, this is the biggest that I've seen hardware on a bag, whereas the hardware on a French Riviera is not as big, and this one probably is the same size as the current jumbos out there in the store, so it is a little bit more subdued. This one is just humongous and so gaudy looking, but I love it. Yeah, that is a comparison between the Chanel French Riviera and the vintage jumbo. I do not have a current jumbo to be able to compare this one with, but if anybody out there wants to send me one, we have a P.O. box and I could do a comparison between these two, or those two anyways. So yeah, that does it for this video. If you have any comments, questions, suggestions, anything like that, please leave them down below in the comments box, and I'll try to either make a video if it requires a video, or you know, just give you an answer in the comment section. And oh my goodness, I'm starting to see that this video is sort of like crooked. My camera's kind of crooked. But anyways, I'm not gonna fix it now. Yeah, that does it for this video. Stay tuned for more. Thanks again for watching, and yeah, till next time, remember to be you and stay confident. Take care, you guys. Goodbye.